Hey guys, it's Marissa. So it's been a long time since I posted a sit down update video, so I am going to go through the things that have been going on since I posted my last update video, which is a lot. So first of all, I went to the cancer center in June for 2 weeks and I had a bunch of nasty tests. I had a spinal tap, which was awful. It took 3 hours, which is not normal at all. The girl could not find my spinal fluid for some reason, and I kept getting stabbed in the back over and over and over, and it was so painful and I was so anxious. They had to call the pharmacy and give me some anxiety medicine in the middle of the procedure, and then finally the girl gave up and had to call someone else in to try and get my spinal fluid, and she got it on the first try, which I'm so grateful for. But yeah, that was probably the worst test I've ever been through. And I had to have a spinal MRI, which also sucked because they move you in different positions in the MRI machine, and you feel like you have the flu because whichever part is in the machine feels really hot, and then the part that's outside feels really cold, so you feel hot and cold, and it's so boring, and you have to sit so still, and it took 2 hours, so it was a long time. But still, I'd rather do that over a spinal tap. And then obviously I had a couple brain MRIs, and my tumors hadn't changed since my April MRIs. I don't know if I said that already in another video, but yeah, from April to June my tumors did not change. And what else happened at MD Anderson? Oh yeah, I got diagnosed with adrenal insufficiency, and I was thrown high doses of steroids, and the doctor said I would never recover, but I was taking them and I was feeling really sick, and I tried to tell the doctor that something didn't seem right, but she wouldn't ever listen to me or return my phone calls or anything. So I went to my local neuro-oncologist, and he drew my cortisol level and it was high. So I decided to stop taking the steroids on my own, which I do not recommend because if you really need them, it could kill you. But that's what I did, and it worked out for me. And my face swelling went away, and I looked 5 months pregnant because I had so much bloating in my abdomen, and I got stretch marks everywhere because I gained so much weight from that. But it's okay because that went away, and I'm so grateful for that because adrenal insufficiency is really dangerous. So I'm so glad I listened to my own body and didn't just do what she told me to do. So then I got a new endocrinologist locally, and he's been helping me out with some stuff, and I will update more on that a little later. And at the end of July, I had a brain tumor scare. I had a sudden vision loss in my right eye, and they thought it might be because my pituitary tumor had grown and was pressing on the optic nerve, so I had an emergency brain MRI, and the tumor hadn't grown at all, so they couldn't explain the vision loss, but I had an allergic reaction to the contrast dye, and I was really dizzy, so when I tried to stand up, I fell on my left wrist and ended up in a cast for 6 weeks. But my wrist is pretty good now. Got the cast off probably a month and a half ago already. That's crazy. So yeah, that was interesting, an interesting story. But then I had abdominal surgery on September 21st, so I have been having abdominal pain, severe abdominal pain, on and off since I was 13 years old, but it wouldn't happen very often. And then lately it had been happening more often, and I had back pain every single day, lower back pain, and my stomach would hurt a lot, and so they thought I had endometriosis. So I had a laparoscopy, and I had 5 incisions in my abdomen, and that was really, really terrifying, but I'm so glad I did it because I was diagnosed with stage 2 endometriosis, and they removed all that they could. I had a lot of scarring and adhesions, and organs were stuck together that shouldn't have been stuck together, and they fixed all that, which is good. And hopefully I'm going to be starting Lupron shots soon, which will induce an artificial menopause, which kind of, I think, reverses endometriosis somehow. I don't really know how that all works, but yeah, I'm going to start those soon, and I'm really grateful for that because I'm still in some pain even after surgery, but it's better than it was before for sure. And I'm so glad to have a definitive diagnosis because it's so hard not knowing what's wrong. So I know what causes my abdominal pain, so that's very, very nice. And I am starting brain tumor treatment, and probably tomorrow, honestly. I'm getting a targeted therapy for my pituitary tumor, which should send it into remission, which I'm so happy about. That's amazing, and I've waited so long for this, and I can't wait for it to go away. So I will be left with one brain tumor then, which is much better than having two. But I'm so grateful that I don't need chemo or radiation or surgery at this point because they didn't know if they could start me on the targeted therapy for my pituitary tumor, and they said if they couldn't, they might need to do brain surgery. And that was really, really scary to me because they said they have a 20% complication rate, which is terrifying when someone's in your brain. But hopefully I will not need to do that, and hopefully this targeted therapy will do the trick for that tumor. And I'm just so happy about that, honestly. I've waited so long, and I don't have to lose my hair or have the low blood cell counts and all the other horrible, horrible side effects of chemo, which, oh my gosh, I was so scared I was going to need that, which I guess down the road I still might need that for the other tumor, but for right now I don't need it, and I am just so, so, so thankful for that. He said like the only side effect is going to be like nausea and stomach upset, which I'm counting myself very lucky because that's really not that bad considering all the other side effects from things you can get. I had applied to the Mayo Clinic, but they had rejected me. They said they were rejecting pretty much everyone because they had so many appointment requests. So I was really devastated about that, but then I got into the Cleveland Clinic, which I'm very, very grateful for. And I am also starting online school next week, and I'm very scared. I don't know how it's going to go because I've been having memory issues, which I'm going to get neuropsychological testing for to see if it's from the brain tumors or from stress. So that's scary too. I hope it's not the brain tumors. But yeah, I hope I do well in my classes. It's very overwhelming because for 6 months I haven't been going to school at all, online or regular. I've just been focusing on my health and stuff. So I really hope it goes well. And yeah, that is my health update. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Hi, I'm just going to add like one last update into this video. So also over the summer, this isn't related to my health, but my dad passed away, and that was really, really, really hard. And if I seem kind of sad and down and not as happy as I used to be, that's probably why, because I feel like I'm just trying to force myself to put a smile on my face and pretend everything's all good and normal, but it's really not. And it was really bugging me that I didn't say anything in this video because it felt like I wasn't really being truly open and honest, which is what I want to be, so that others know that they're not alone in going through the same things. And maybe I'll post a more in-depth video about grief and stuff later, but yeah, that is my final update. I hope you guys are having a good day, and thank you so much for all of your support. It literally means so much to me, and I never thought that so many strangers would be so supportive and kind and loving to me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.